Welcome, Beth. I'm glad you were able to make it on such short notice.
Yeah, I just had to stop reading a book that I was reading, but okay.
I hope you pardon the improvised nature of this, meeting.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, a colleague, a delightful colleague by the name of Althea, sent me a recording. She's attempting to breach into the podcast space, you see. And I thought this would be a wonderful learning opportunity for you, really, to hear another expert in the field discuss the craft. 'Cause I fear that I'm making a clone of myself within you, Beth.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, I see it every day. You're taking on more and more Arthurian aspects.
That's concerning for me.
Exactly. I need to protect my own interests as well, Beth. There can only be
You
one
gotta protect
Arthur
your...
Q. Mansley.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were, protecting IP or copyright or something.
I have no idea what any of that is. It sounds like a whole lot of Johnny Law nonsense. But either way, I would like you to listen to this recording and see what you can glean from it.
Who is this?
This
This is your friend?
A colleague. I
Okay.
would definitely not say friend.
Are you competitors?
It's a very small field, paranormal interviewing.
Okay, I'll listen to it. Yeah. Welcome to the Monster Mash, the amazing new dance podcast where we talk about monsters and then we all dance together at the end of the podcast to my own original recording of this new single that I'm going to drop. Everybody should be ready because I'm very excited.
Okay.
I can hardly wait. We have to skip over the monster part, maybe. We'll see.
Althea, when I took this position, right, I was hoping to learn more about interviewing monsters and things. I didn't know there was such a heavy dance element.
It's the Monster Mash. It's the dance craze that's sweeping the nation, Biff. Oh, we should introduce ourselves. This is our first podcast. We're still figuring it out. Hello and welcome to the Monster Mash. I am your host, monster interviewer, alien expert and extraordinaire, Althea Femsley.
Well,
It's your turn.
Okay. Hi. I'm Biff Eaglesby. Kind of just intern around here, help out, keep Althea in line, I guess.
I feel like I'm very good at drawing straight lines already. I don't know why you need to be here.
There's some legal requirements
For drawing straight lines now. The laws have changed so much since I have been a young person.
more just the amount of supervision you require, I think, is the.
Who are we supervising? The monsters? That seems.
No, you can handle that. I mean, of course, I'd love to learn. Of course.
Biff, why did you sign up for this internship? When did you sign up for this internship? I don't remember.
I've been here for 3 weeks now.
You have much to learn, Biff.
Oh yeah, I've got a whole lot to learn. But I mean, we finally got the recording stuff working, which is great. It is working, right?
That's what I was told. I don't know. That's what you're in charge of. That's why I hired an intern.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think it's working. So yeah, this is a great step. We're gonna get your words, your knowledge recorded.
Yeah, I found that living in a cabin in the woods is very difficult to expand your brand, as it were.
Yeah, internet speeds are non-existent, which is really a challenge for an internet-based podcast.
Yes, how did you do that? Some sort of wizardry. Are you, Biff? I need to ask you. Are you an alien?
An alien? That's a really weird question.
Have you set up the internet through alien technology means because you are an alien?
Are you talking about Starlink?
There's stars in the name, Biff.
Yes, I used Starlink. That doesn't...
You're trying to connect the stars in the universe. I see what's going on.
It's not aliens. It's just Elon Musk. It's just Elon Musk.
He sounds like an alien.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that halfway through the thought. We're getting off topic here, Althea. You had something you wanted to discuss, a first topic for this new
Yes, the
podcast.
monster for today. I suppose he wouldn't rather like to be called a monster. He and I are very good friends. Is Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
He doesn't consider himself a monster. He's more of a legend and cryptid lore figure.
For those of us, our viewers,
They're not viewers, Biff.
our listeners,
There you go.
who are unfamiliar with Punxsutawney Phil, could you inform us a little bit? Or
Are you
little bit of
referring to
background?
yourself in the third person again?
That's a reach. Everybody knows Punch Bowl Phil.
Punch bowl you. I mean, okay, Punxsutawney
Whoa.
Phil. Punxsutawney Phil is the groundhog that is located in Pennsylvania in the United States. He is located in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. This is why he is named Punxsutawney Phil. Why his name is Phil, I do not know. Ask his mother. That is not a question for me. But Punxsutawney Phil is the groundhog of the very famous Groundhog's Day. He is the title groundhog.
Capital G groundhog.
He's the capital G groundhog, yes.
Has he always been capital G
Yes.
ground? Consistently throughout the whole.
Yes.
There's never been
No, there has never been a previous groundhog to predict the weather based on shadow alone.
I have a feeling there's more to this groundhog than you're letting on.
Oh, Biff, you have found what I am trying to put forth in the podcast. You were jumping on the surprise early, but yes, this is true.
The amount of joy I just saw spring across your face, I feel like you're just dying to share your knowledge with the world. I think this podcast is going to be a magical thing for you, Althea.
It's gonna be a big hit. It's gonna spread across the nation like wildfire, and then people are going to have to put it out.
It's okay.
It's going to be so popular. It's going to be amazing.
I will have.
Have you ever heard of a CD, Biff?
a CD, a compact disc? Yes.
Yes, there's
I
also
think my-
CDs in sort of like banking and investments, but I'm not so familiar with those. That's why I hired
I
you.
have no idea. My dad used to use CDs.
Oh, well, Biff, it's this new technology that I've discovered. We are going to use this CD, this compact disc, as you say, which is correct. And we are going to distribute it nationwide and also Canada.
Oh, like Netflix used to do.
What?
Netflix, before they were like
What's a Netflix?
an app. It's like where you watch. It's where you watch Stranger Things, Althea. You love that show.
Oh, I thought that was just broadcast to me from Indiana, from where I thought it was a news program.
No, that's fake, Althea. That's
Oh, I'm going to have to make some calls. I mean, I already made some calls. I'm going to have to rescind some of those calls.
those are actors. Did you not recognize Winona Ryder?
I thought it was interesting that Lydia had moved to Indiana and went by a different name, but I wasn't one to judge.
Oh boy. Yeah, I really didn't know what I was signing up for, did I?
So Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil, tell us, what is so mysterious about this groundhog? Why has he lived
He
so
has
long?
lived for eons.
Oh, eons. I thought we were just talking about like a century or two, but eons.
No, he has lived for eons. He just tells people that he's lived for centuries because then it makes him feel better about his age. Sort of like when people lie on their driver's license.
So he's self-conscious.
And also he knows that the world isn't ready for that information. But he has given me express permission to share it today. Let me be clear. I am not breaching confidentiality.
But you're on speaking terms with this eons old, presumably speaking groundhog?
That's a good point that you bring up, Biff. He does not speak normal human tongues.
Uh-huh.
I have had to, with my gift of animal speech, I have deciphered and been able to communicate directly with said groundhog.
Okay.
There is also, this is also true. There is a person in Punxsutawney that has to be taught this. There's a difference. I've picked it up versus this person in Punxsutawney has to be taught the language of the groundhog.
So there's a groundhog speaker.
There's a groundhog whisperer in Punxsutawney appointed at all times
Okay.
in case of emergencies.
And is this like a lineage thing, or is it like
Yes,
they put
this
out
is very specifically following the lineage from speaker to speaker.
Okay.
It can go either way. It doesn't have to be like a son or a daughter or a other child. It can
And-
be. It's just it's a child of any regard.
Okay, so besides speaking to the groundhog, what roles does this speaker perform?
Yes, they interpret for the human people that visit every February 2nd on Groundhog's Day. Phil is very recluse, so he only would like to talk to the interpreter.
Right.
So then the interpreter tells everybody in attendance, which can be up into the thousands, Biff. Let me tell you. Have you
Really?
ever been to Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania?
To be honest, I don't think I have. I think somehow that's managed.
Oh, Biff, we should take a road trip. Get our motorbikes ready. I put a special sidecar on mine for you because of the
Yeah.
new intern position.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw like the little best intern ever paints on the sign, which honestly really
Yes.
sweet. Love it, Althea.
I was very excited to have an intern.
But it doesn't look very stable. I mean, I don't think duct tape's that strong, as much as I trust it.
But ducks are very strong.
Right.
And if it's if the tape is named after such a strong animal, I would imagine that it is very well adhesive.
Yeah, well, I hope you're not offended if I just follow behind you in my Kia Soul.
You're walking in a special brand of shoes.
No, driving in my car.
Is it named Soul because you are from the sun as an alien, Biff?
No, I think they're trying to make it sound like soul music, like it's
Oh, it's not
makes you
S-O-L,
cry
it's
or
S.
something. I don't know. It gives me a lot of trouble. So
Is that because you don't have a soul because you're an alien, Biff?
we're coming back to the alien thing, Althea.
Everyone knows that aliens don't have souls, but that doesn't mean I don't really enjoy talking to them. There's a difference as well.
Oh, okay. So you would like to meet an alien?
I've met many aliens. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You've met aliens, and we're talking about a groundhog?
Who is eons old, let me remind you.
Okay, explain more. How is he eons old? Is he a special groundhog?
Obviously. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a whole ceremony based around him. It's like Mike the Headless Chicken.
Who?
I'll talk to you about that another time.
I don't know if I want you to do that, but okay.
Mike the Headless Chicken is a very good case study for your education, Biff.
Oh boy.
There's a festival around him and everything
You know,
in the
more
west of the United States. This is true.
the more I learn about this profession, the more I am shocked. I am curious.
Good. That's a good step.
I am.
On the edge of your seat trying to find out what the next monster we're going to interview is? Yes, me too.
It feels like I'm drowning, honestly.
That's not what I would have said.
Just gasping for any shred of logic and reason. But, more power to you.
Oh, speaking of
if you
shredding,
thrive in
I
this
do need you to shred some of my important papers. Something like about a birth certificate. I don't need that anymore, right?
I hope you didn't touch any of that. You weren't supposed to see that yet. Your paperwork's a mess.
Is there a problem?
No,
Should I not have drawn boo-hoo, I hate you government on it?
No, that does complicate things a little bit in the whole legal aspect of why
Ay,
I'm here. But
I'm sorry, legal.
well,
We're going to have to get lawyers involved.
no, they've already been involved. It's
Johnny Law!
It's all been worked out, Althea. Nobody said
Johnny Law's here!
Nobody said JL. Nobody said anything about.
It's Johnny Law! I have to hide under my desk.
Hey, Althea, let's get back to the groundhog, huh? When you were
practicing as a groundhog. I'm underneath my desk.
I can see that. That's not the best for our podcast, The Monster Mash. How are you going to dance under there?
I'm very adept at dancing in many different environments, Biff.
Great.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Many times. Yeah.
There was a small crevice that I had been to that required dancing in. There were things before that for sure, but also it led up to requirement of dancing, and I was able to pull it off.
You do seem very limber. I'll give you that.
Do you think that it's safe for me to come out from underneath my desk?
Yeah. I checked before we started recording. There were no cameras in the room.
Good.
Nobody was waiting outside.
Good. Did you check the cellar?
I checked the cellar,
Did
double-checked
you make sure that
it.
the cellar doors were locked outside?
Absolutely. We've got the alarm system set.
Good.
If anybody gets within a mile of this place, we will know.
Did you make sure to tell all the deer that the alarm was set up for this recording? A lot of the deer, sometimes they get worried. They come and check on me.
You know I can't speak deer, Althea. I don't have your gift of animal tongue.
This is right, and this is why you need to learn.
What? How about we start by learning some groundhog, huh?
I don't think Punxsutawney Phil would be appropriate, would approve of this. I have to ask him before we can get into
Why wouldn't he approve?
I told you he's very specific about which humans he speaks to. It's me and the interpreter in Gobbler's Knob.
How did you meet him?
Me and the interpreter family lineage go way back.
You're like longtime family friends?
Friends is a word for it, yes?
Rivals?
No.
Lovers?
Well, I have to get out from underneath my desk if I'm going to talk to you.
There you go. Welcome back, Althea.
You sure that you know who isn't around?
We are 1,000,000% sure.
Did you make sure that this star link wouldn't alert them of my presence?
It's all going through encrypted channels.
Cryptid chat. That's good. You can trust cryptids, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Why are you giving me a look? I'm not teaching you groundhog.
I thought that's what we were doing.
We're not. No. I have to talk to Phil. We're on a first name basis. Sometimes.
Well, you just call him Phil?
I can call him Phil.
Why does he live in Punxsutawney of all places? This eons old groundhog. Why did he decide, the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, that's where I want to spend eternity?
There's a couple of reasons. First of all, that's not the first place that he had tried to settle down. I'll talk to you about that in a second.
Okay.
Second of all, again, with the humans, he doesn't want to talk to everybody. He figured that was the best place to settle down, and then people started popping up around him.
So Punxsutawney grew around Phil. Phil didn't,
Yes.
wander into town and then buy a plot and move in.
Correct. He has been there for centuries.
So people were drawn to him.
This is also why people think that he is only centuries old, because people have only discovered him centuries ago.
Right.
But eons, that is not the case.
You mentioned he tried living in some other places.
Yeah, he tried living in Wauwatosa once.
Wauwatosa?
Yes, he didn't like it.
Oh, man, I've heard some wild stuff about Wauwatosa.
I tried to teach him the Wauwatosa dance as well.
There's a dance? Wauwatosa would have a dance, wouldn't they?
Yes, as well as he tried to live in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee? Wauwatosa? Oh, man.
Well,
Guy gets
Wauwatosa first, and then Tallahassee. There's not a dance for that, so he might have been. I tried to tell him that.
You don't know the Tallahassee Throwdown?
Biff. Is there a dance that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, the Tallahassee Throwdown. Everybody knows it.
Biff, we're gonna have to make an episode around this. I'm glad that I brought you on.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have.
Is there an associated monster in near Tallahassee that we could tie in, Biff?
Yeah, there's probably a handful, but we don't need to, we can
Is this where this Mr. Elon Musk lives?
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned him.
Does he live in town? Do you think he could teach me the throwdown specifically?
I bet if you reached out to him, he could show you a thing or two.
How do I get his contact information, Biff? Does he have a post box that I could write to? Oh, does he use CDs for communication, Biff? I would be very, very excited to.
Yeah, he probably would. Tell you what, I can take care of that. I can get into touch with Elon for you.
Okay,
right? So you
yes,
don't need
good.
to try to reach out on your own or anything like that. You don't need to make any phone calls or send any emails. You do not need to do
What's
that.
an email?
Exactly. Right. Let me take care of that.
What is Biff?
You need to focus on the Monster Mash. Okay.
Are you ready? Did you tie your shoes yet for the dance at the end? You said you were still tying your shoes before the recording.
I think for this first episode, I think it would be best if you kind of showed your skills solo, right? Because you don't want me.
That's true. I
bringing
haven't
you
trained
down.
you on the proper steps.
Yeah, I would be freestyling, and I don't want to.
And I haven't
you down
seen
or heaven forbid, show you up.
Oh, Biff. Oh, I appreciate your self confidence, but I don't believe that would happen. But I appreciate your trying. I appreciate you trying.
Right. Well,
But anyway, solo it is. We'll have to do. Well, but not yet. We still have to talk to Punxsutawney Phil. Well, he's not here. He's not here.
yeah, I don't know, worried for a second that we had a groundhog here. We don't have a groundhog here, do we?
I invited them in before the alarms were set. I thought it would be okay.
Althea. Oh, no. They're wild animals, Althea.
You were a wild animal before you could speak too, so that must be the lack of animal instinct talking.
Well, sure. You could say I was a wild animal before I spoke. And yes, I would poop anywhere, but...
These don't. They have a specific system. They're much more civilized than you, it seems.
Well, I had a mother.
They have mothers.
And diapers.
They have diapers.
Really? Little groundhog diapers.
They have little groundhog diapers.
Well, I'm sorry. You are much more prepared than I thought.
Yes. Well, I didn't give them to them. They came pre-prepared too.
Wait, what?
So Punxsutawney Phil finally settled down into Punxsutawney and that became part of his namesake.
Right.
So every year on Groundhog's Day, the interpreter talks to Phil, and he predicts the weather. Phil writes it down because he had to learn that unfortunately he's not very fan of technology. Not as much as I am with the CDs.
Right.
He's still on 8-track players. What a lame thing to have.
Well, he's recording information on 8-track?
Well, he's listening to the hip wah-wah 2C dance.
Oh, okay.
And also our podcast. I will make them special for him.
You will? Or you're going to make me? Because you didn't set up any of this recording stuff. I just want to be very clear right now, dear audience.
Well, you are now an extension of myself.
Oh, great.
So anything that I volunteer for, you are also a part of. That was in the contract. That was on page 14, at the bottom. You signed it, didn't you?
Pages. You had, handed me a check for $150 and said that should hold you.
Well, did it? Are you still held?
No. I've been asking you for a pay for a week at least.
What did you do with the other money?
I bought food.
Well, there's your problem. I thought we were on a understanding that you would forage in the woods.
Forage in the woods.
Biff, did you not see that? That was on page 3 of the contract.
What contract?
I might have to go speak with those groundhogs about something.
Althea.
The animals help me, and you'll have to get used to them as well. They are my helpers as well as you now. They don't like technology, so that's why I had to bring you in.
I'm not sharing a bunk with a groundhog.
Good, because it's actually a wild boar.
Great. It's bad enough that I have to be in the bottom bunk below you. But I'm not sharing it with a pig.
It's not. It's a wild boar.
It's a pig.
His name is Richard.
Oh,
You could use his name. Well, actually, his name is he chose that name for my sake. He has a native pig tongue name too. He goes by both.
is it Richard Ray?
That's very racist.
Okay, no, that's not how it works. We are off topic, Althea.
What was the topic? What were we talking about?
Punxsutawney Phil.
What about him?
He tells the weather or something.
Or something. This is the most important tradition in the eons that he has lived.
Well, then why are we
He
talking
has
about...
the power to influence the weather. It's not prediction. I hope you know.
Oh, now he chooses the weather.
I hope you know that it has never been a prediction.
I
It
don't
has
know.
always
I'm asking you to tell me.
It has always been influence and forecasting in such a way that he is letting the people know out of the goodness of his heart what is going to happen. But also, let me tell you, he is a trickster.
A trickster?
This is why people think that it's a prediction. And why people say that he is quote, unreliable. Oh, that Phil, he's so funny.
What's so funny?
Sometimes he tells them the wrong thing
Like
on purpose.
Are you sure? You sure he's not just like wrong?
You're asking me if an eons old being is wrong.
Well, just because you're old doesn't mean you're right.
Biff, we're going to have to teach you that too, that is actually correct. Because I'm very much older than you, so I must always be right.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't
Biff,
mean
how
to-
old are you? 5.5? 5.25. 5 years old and a quarter.
I'm 20
Yeah, you're okay.
24.
Prove it.
Prove it. Here's my driver's license. Yeah, what do you think about that?
It doesn't list alien or not, so that doesn't seem like an official document.
Give it back. Is there anything else you want to talk about with the groundhog?
Yes, so, Punxsutawney Phil, he has a wife.
A wife.
She's not years old. Well, wife in a very loose sense of the word.
Oh, so like
A girlfriend.
common law partner.
Yes. In such a way that common law, they just live together for an extended time. She does not have the gift of being eons old. Punxsutawney Phil is immortal. She is not.
Oh, that's unfortunate for one of them.
Phil's broken up about it too.
Oh, yeah? Kind of think you'd be used to it after all this time.
Yes, but every time it doesn't make it easier.
Yeah, I suppose.
Why do you think that the humans grieve and things? It's an expected outcome, but still it makes it very sad. Did you see? This reminds me, Biff. Have you seen the personal cemetery back in the woods that I've near the outhouse?
The what?
My personal cemetery. I mean, it's not for me. I'm still living.
Who needs a personal cemetery?
Well, all of the animals that I live with, including the birds and the caterpillars, need ceremonies of life as well.
So it's a pet cemetery.
They're not my pets, Biff.
An animal cemetery.
It's my personal cemetery for my dear friends.
Why do you say personal cemetery?
Because they're my dear friends. They are very close and personal to myself. What would you call it? The stranger cemetery? That's silly.
Well,
That's silly. Why would you suggest that, Biff?
personal cemetery kind of implies some sort of ownership over those interred within.
I own part of their friendship, if that's what you mean. And they own part of my friendship. So it's a mutual ownership of friendship. So yes. But I don't understand why you're still concerned. It makes sense to me.
Maybe that's all that matters in the end.
What, that I'm right and you're wrong? Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
What other questions do you have about Punxsutawney Phil?
Is he benevolent, or should we be afraid?
I mean, if you're friends with him like I am, you don't need to be afraid.
And what if, like, say most of our listeners, we have no personal involvement with Punxsutawney Phil at all?
You may need to watch your back. He has influence over the weather, not just in the spring, but all the times. He just uses his power very sparingly. So I suppose some sort of benevolence and check that he has on himself.
So if he really wanted to, if he just woke up one day on the wrong side of the groundhog bed.
He lives in a stump.
If he woke up on the wrong side of the groundhog stump, he could
Yes.
decide just to rain
It's a tree
fire
stump.
and brimstone and typhoons and hurricanes and all
Well,
that. And
brimstone is not so much part of the weather. Fire might be a little bit outside of his reach, but definitely rain, yes.
okay, so
and
he can make
snow.
it really,
Snow for sure.
really cold and uncomfortable. Okay.
Yes.
Is this like global reach or just like around the Punxsutawney area?
He has limited reach, unfortunately.
Okay.
He's working on it. He's
So-
told me that he's working on expanding his power radius.
Okay. What's that entail?
Biff, what did you do?
Sorry, it was my metal leg kind of.
Biff, is it acting up again?
Yeah,
Your
sorry,
prosthesis.
It clicks sometimes. Yeah, it's fine. I told you we don't need to talk about it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry if I breached confidentiality on air.
It's okay. Once we got past the whole "I'm not a pirate" thing, that.
I'm
was
still not convinced, but it would be
I
so
am
fun.
Not a pirate.
Could you try being a pirate?
No, not maybe for your birthday, but not right now.
Do you know when my birthday is? It's in 43 years. Do I have to wait that long?
Yes.
Dang it.
I've never heard of anybody else having their birthday specifically coincide with a comet's passing. But honestly, it doesn't make sense for anybody other than you, Althea.
Thank you. Punxsutawney Phil has to eat a lot of oats
I'm sure he does.
to expand his reach. Unfortunately, in Punxsutawney, he has limited supply.
Does the speaker not provide oats?
He wants to keep that close to the chest.
The speaker or the groundhog?
The oats secret.
The oats want to keep it close to their chest?
No. Phil wants to keep the oats secret close to his chest. He does. He has. It's not even. See, he just told me one of the main ingredients. He hasn't told me all of his secrets. He has some sort of ritual that he casts upon the oats.
Oh, so the oats are what gives him power. See, this is the.
Well, it's a main ingredient in the thing that makes the power expand.
Oh, so he makes like a power up punch.
Yes, it's like a
concoction.
protein shake.
Is Punxsutawney Phil just like swole? Does he just spend all day chugging protein shakes, pumping iron? Is that his secret?
I mean, he has to get a new girlfriend every couple of years, so how are you expecting him to attract the
That makes
ladies?
So much sense. He's peak physical condition.
Yes.
He's got eons to hone that riz.
What is Is that inappropriate?
I probably shouldn't have said that. Don't worry about it. It's fine. They can go on.
Is that a new haircut?
Yeah.
Do I have this Riz haircut? Or should I get the haircut?
You don't need the riz.
It's because my hair looks good already.
Yeah. Very fetching top knot.
I mean, the groundhogs like it.
Yeah.
The woodpeckers, they go crazy for it. They think I'm trying to match them.
It seems like half the creatures in the woods really enjoy it.
Do you know something about the other half?
No, it's just, anytime you're out and about, I see birds roosting in it, mice crawling through it,
Those are my... Yes.
worms living in it, it's just...
Okay, the worms, I told them to stop trying to do that. We're in the middle of a conflict, unfortunately.
I gotta be honest, you're a little crusty. There's a bit of an odor. I'm not trying to be mean, but,
I'm sorry, what?
you're just a little crusty.
Are you talking about my mud mask? on my arms and legs.
I think only a little bit of that is mud. It's just, I get it. You're,
It's natural, Biff.
you're a monster person doing all these things.
I'm not a monster
understand
myself,
it.
obviously.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to imply. Just a monster enthusiast
Yes.
with some, shall we say, non-conventional ideas and ways of thinking, which is wonderful. I'll support you.
It's a very small field. How much convention can you have
Oh.
between people? Have I told you about my friends? Well, friends is a strong word. We're colleagues.
I don't think you have.
There's this fetching duo. You said the word fetching, and I've latched onto it. That's such a good one. There's a fetching duo that they drive around in an RV. Of all things, an RV.
Oh, yeah. Used to have one of those growing up.
You did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd spend the summers in Salt Lake City. It was great.
There's a city that worships a lake made of salt.
No, it's just adjacent to the Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake.
There's a lake that is only made of salt. Where is this?
Not
Is this
only
near
It's
Atlantis?
just got a very high salinity, yeah. But
Is this near Atlantis?
no, it's just in Nevada. Utah.
Can we go? Hop in the motorcycle, Biff.
What? Recall, you're not allowed to go more than 5 miles from here. So might have to put that on
Johnny
hold for the
Law.
next 10 to 15.
Dang it.
Yeah, but hey, this is why we're doing the podcast.
So I can expand my reach while staying in the comforts and security of my own home.
Exactly. You can't expand physically, but you can.
Broadcast my voice into the ears of people and brainwash them. Yes.
That is.
It's time for the Monster Mash portion, the dancing portion of the podcast. All right, Biff, stand up.
Yeah, I'm standing.
Biff, stand up.
I am.
Screw it. No. Biff, get both of your legs on.
This is an ADA thing, I'm sure.
Who's-
I don't think you
Who's
can.
who's
It's a legal. It's a. Never mind. I didn't say anything.
You're standing.
Yeah. I'm up.
All right, now dance. We're gonna play my song, and we're gonna dance, and it's going to be amazing. Are you ready? We're playing the song. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.